I have a new appreciation for gaming right now. Just the amount of things coming out.
Oh,
We were in a dry spell, and it just gives me like joy. The winds are shifting. There was a lot of doom and gloom lately in the industry about like firings and like just games being lackluster and
and
all.
expensive as shit.
Yeah, there are things being worked on and released that are exciting, solid games. We are getting solid games, and I don't know. I just feel good about that.
You're feeling good about the state of the industry.
I mean, maybe not.
Mega Dads Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Mega Dads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
Maybe not so much the state of the industry,
But you're able to put your blinders on and like play some stuff.
Things
and
are
not
breaking
think too
through.
hard about how they made it.
yeah, things are breaking through,
Okay.
and we're getting good stuff. So
Absolutely.
yeah, hopefully this is a good sign, right?
This is
Hopefully, maybe.
we've certainly got a great one to talk about today.
Oh yes. What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to put that off, just going to push that off to the side until we get to the press start segment. But I agree, man. I've been playing so much shit. Like I haven't been able to finish nearly as much as I want to. It's really hard when you get a great game that you really want to sit through and finish, but then like more keeps coming, right? And we talked a little bit ago about Indiana Jones. I haven't touched Indiana Jones since the game that I'm playing for this episode came out because I'm just one thing to the other. And I'm like, slow down. I'm full. Let me digest some of this shit. Are you having that problem where you're just like, they're just scooping games into your mouth?
You know what really helps me is being like broke and not having enough, because like I want to buy Lego Batman and I
Yeah.
want to buy, this or that. So like I have to be more selective now. Whereas before I was starving for anything. Now it's like, I have 3 choices
Yeah.
between $70 games plus like 3 or 4 like $20 games that I would also like to play. So it's kind of hard to manage and balance all that. And see, we can't be satisfied. Like it's like too many games, too few games. If you
Yeah.
got too many, you don't have the time or money. You got too few, you're wishing you had more games.
God, fuck
It's-
us. We're terrible, aren't we?
It's hard.
We're just completely unsatisfied no
Yeah.
matter what happens. We're
First
just-
world problems for
Ugh.
sure.
Mega Dads being super positive!
let's try to shine a little light on this
Yes.
episode and do nothing but positive in the Megadad Super Positive segment.
Yes.
My son just had a birthday and I got him a gift that I think is great. He thinks is great. We're sharing it with the entire family. I got concert tickets
Whoa.
to game music. You talked not that long ago
Oh, nice.
about game concerts and how you really like experiencing video game music live.
Yes.
We're going to Memories of Hyrule. It is
Oh
a
my
piano,
god.
It is a piano concert that is having a North American tour, and it's one guy on stage with a piano surrounded by Koroks, little light up Koroks and fairies and jewels, and he plays piano tunes, piano covers of Legend of Zelda music. And Elliot and I went to this kind of thing, only Final Fantasy, a few years back. I think 3 or 4 years back. It was all Final Fantasy music.
Yes.
This time we're going for Zelda tunes. I'm very excited. My daughter's coming. It's going to be her first concert ever. My wife's coming. I asked her, I'm like, would you be interested in something like this? Like, I know you're not going to really know the music, but it's a piano concert. It's a small,
Yeah.
intimate setting.
Yeah.
One guy on the classical piano. And so we're all going to that. Very excited. I know, like I said, it's a North American tour, so I believe they'll be in Chicago because all the cool shit always goes to Chicago.
It is not. I am looking at the upcoming
You're kidding
cities.
me.
It's Vegas, New York, Orlando, Miami, Salt Lake City,
Ew.
Houston, Charlotte.
Ew.
Ew. What's Raleigh?
Ew.
I don't even know what
I
fucking.
think that's South Carolina.
I don't know what state that's in.
Anyway, if you're anywhere except for Chicago, apparently you can go see this thing. But I'm very excited. I'm super happy that my kids appreciate. We have a piano in our living room. My kids love playing the piano, so I hope this like inspires them to learn a little bit more and get more invested in the instrument. So very excited for that. Feeling good about that. What's got you feeling good?
Cancer.
What?
I have been having severe health issues for like a month, and I kept getting worse, like symptomatic and like stuff like that. So I went to the doctor and I was like, check me out. Like I have like pain. I have all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it got really bad. And I was like, look, all I care about if it's serious, like just tell me I'm not going to die. And he's like, well, and he wouldn't fucking say anything. Like, and I was like, so I asked again. I was like, I understand that you can't like guarantee, because certain doctors, like, they don't want the liability of saying, oh yeah, you'll be fine, and like it not going like right. So I was like, can you tell me, are my chances low that I'm gonna die? He's like, well, you see, and he's like going over just all the shit again.
Your doctor
and I was
sucks.
Like, fuck. So I ran. He's like, I have no idea, honestly. So I was like, he's like, you got to go see a specialist. So I went and saw a urologist. Adam, long story short, I don't want to keep anyone in suspense. I do not have cancer, which is great.
Okay.
But they had to go up my noodle a lot to figure that out. So if you recall, about a month ago, we were talking about prostate exams and colon cancer and all this stuff. We're like, oh, we should do that. So right around the time we started talking about that, because I was seriously considering, I'm like, I keep hearing about this. I should do it. I'm right around the age. My father, unfortunately, had cancer, and he had surgery since and has been cancer-free about a decade ago. So I'm very high risk. So I was having all these symptoms and then a lot of like pain, a lot of stuff. And
specifically in your dick?
I wasn't going to go completely there, but yes.
I mean, you ended up at a urologist. It must be in your dick.
Well, let's just get into it then. Okay. So my dick hurt. The base of my, like, it's called your perineum. Okay. So there's a place in between your scrotum.
Should we put up a little graphic?
If you can.
Okay.
Make sure my face is on the like top of it though.
Got it.
So it's between your scrotum and your anus. There's like, an area.
The taint.
My taint area. This is all incredibly painful. And I've had severe bowel issues and like kind of like some urinary stuff. Like it just all kept getting worse and worse to the point where I'm debilitating pain for weeks. So I finally got into the doctor. They do all the tests. And then he's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. And I was like, motherfucker. So again, I get into the important question. I'm like, okay, is this like a dead, like you could die thing? Could this be cancer? Whatever.
Is
he's
my
like,
dick gonna fall off?
Yeah, like, any number of things could go wrong. And so I rushed to the urologist, the specialist, and he comes in the room. He's like, I've read everything. They just did another test on me, another urine test. They're like, this is not cancer. You're all right. I see this all the time. Your prostate is inflamed like a motherfucker. He's like, your shit is so fucked up. He's trying, like, in doctor terms, he's like, you're fucked up. And I was like, okay, like I was trembling. I was like, how fucked up? He's like, really fucked up. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, oh yeah. So yeah, I got a number of anal like prostate exams in the last couple of weeks.
Everybody's getting a turn.
I'll tell you this, Adam. I'm gonna be completely honest with the audience because
you liked it.
It wasn't that bad. Like it's uncomfortable for like, but it's very quick. And I would encourage everyone, like, talk to your doctor. Don't ignore pains in the area. Don't let it go. Obviously, I'm one that lets it go. I did. I felt pain. I'm too scared to know what it is, so I don't make the appointment. But I would encourage people, don't be like me or don't be like you if that's you, and just go, because it's honestly quick and easy. It's not incredibly painful for them to do it. It's not incredibly awkward even. Like, the dudes were like really professional, and it's like in and out, and they're telling you like, oh, I didn't, it wasn't like this, it wasn't this, it wasn't this. They can give you a lot of information in like 20 seconds. It's like over. And unfortunately, like, I guess you can't write down or have proper notes. They're like, well, I know the other guy did it, but let me get in there too and just double, triple check. So I was getting that all the time, and like everybody wanted a turn to like check out the equipment.
Yeah.
And but the good news is, again, it's over quickly, and they can tell you a lot of information from a rectal prostate exam, whatever the fuck. And so they said I'm gonna be okay. I do have an incredibly painful condition. I can't pronounce the name, but it's better than having like a serious disease. They're like, one way or another we can fix it. We still don't know exactly which type of shit that you have, but it's dealable. Like, great. That's all I fucking wanted. You know what I mean? I'm over here like losing sleep. They're like, do you sit a lot? For like, are you under?
What kind of question is that?
And I'm like, by any chance, like, do you like sit on your ass and play video games all fucking day?
It all comes back to that.
After working and just sitting all day, like, by any chance, do you just sit your fat ass down and play games all day? I'm like, it's funny you mentioned that. It's my main and only hobby. So it was very interesting. They're like, have you been under stress? Do you drink like coffee? And I was like, fuck yeah, like that, like you're describing my life.
Yeah.
So I've aggravated myself quite a bit, but no, get checked out. I'm going to set up my, like, when they say it's time and when it's right, I'm like, I'm going to do the full like colonoscopy stuff like that. But they're like, hey, you just got to do it. Just lean into it, guys, gals, whatever the hell, just do it. Don't be like me. It is a relief. And just don't wait. That's what they say too. It's worse if you wait. So just fucking do it. It takes no time at all. There's urologists everywhere. You could go. I think you can make a straight urologist appointment first, like, and just go straight there instead of fucking with another doctor who's not really gonna know what's up.
You've had it rough. Like, they were going at you from both ends, your asshole and your D hole.
My shit is all fucked up. Like, afterwards, there is a bit of discomfort in the, like, I've been like finger banged like a lot this like last 2 weeks.
Right.
Like it becomes a lot. But
I wonder if you could warm up. You know what I mean? Like before,
like try it out, like loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, this is kind of tight, so
Right.
you're not really up here a lot. I'm like, not really. You know what I mean? This is like new to me, or it was new to me.
More than 12 years ago, Megadad started as a place for an older generation to go to talk about their love of video games. We know that just because you get older doesn't mean you stop having fun, and gaming will always be our passion. But just as people grow and change over the years, so has Megadads, and that's why today's Megadads celebrates fun, fully grown.
We know your interests are broad, ours are too, and while video games will always be at the core of what we do, we're dedicated to showing you all the ways we celebrate fun, fully grown here at Megadads.
Whether it's playing the latest video games,
checking out the coolest movies,
finding the rarest cards,
unboxing amazing collectibles,
or simply exploring the world around us,
you can be sure you'll get coverage of the best that life has to offer. There's so much to enjoy in this world, and we here at Megadads are dedicated to showing it to you. So subscribe today and come by every day, because this is Megadads, fun, fully grown. So here's the problem.
I hope there's not
a few weeks ago, we had an episode about Indiana Jones, right? And we got that code from Bethesda, which means you got to submit content. And here I was, a total idiot, and I opened that show with an in-depth conversation about sunburns on assholes, right?
I agree. Yes,
we don't think this through. So now we're going into our 007 episode with a lengthy conversation about you getting finger banged to hell. How are we ever going to be taken seriously in this space when all of our podcast episodes open with an opening?
I don't know. If people are still listening to this,
God,
I don't know.
if 12 plus years we're still hanging on, let's talk
yeah.
about a fucking game.
This is cozy.
007 First Light. It's an action-adventure title developed by IOI. Incredibly professional organization over there at IOI. Wonderful artists and technicians and writers and... You know how the beginning of the 007 movies, they go down that tunnel?
Uh-huh.
You know, James Bond's at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Should we do that? But like the tunnel is like superimposed, like coming out of your colon. And James Bond's at the end.
I don't know. This game will forever be. This discussion will forever be the like anal
We've tainted this game. I can't play it anymore without thinking about your holes. This this was sorry. All right, this was one of
Oh my god, we have
hold
fun
on.
here.
This
You're fine. You're fine.
God. Okay. James Bond time. This was one of my most anticipated games of the year. I was really excited for this. I've never played a Hitman game. I've never played any
What?
of IOI.
Are you-
Nope, never done it. Never done it. So I was excited because like this game, I've always been interested in that franchise, but I've never gotten involved. And so when I saw the trailers and heard about the pedigree behind this game, I was like, well, this is great. This is going to like tiptoe me into that style of gameplay while also being like a narrative-driven first-person adventure game, which is what I like. That's my bread and butter. I love my Uncharted's, my Horizons, those kind of games. And that's what this is. This game is, not to bury the lead, but it's really close to my game of the year right now.
Really?
I'm
not surprised.
I have not wrapped the campaign yet. I think I'm getting pretty close. But man, game of the year selection is going to be really hard in 2026. This title is just absolutely everything I wanted it to be. We talked like we're just, again, not to bring it back to Indiana Jones, but that was not the game I wanted Indy to be. I was enjoying it. I really liked the game, but it wasn't what I was expecting or envisioning. First Light is exactly what I wanted it to be and more. The gameplay it's a first-person adventure game, but it's got the combat, it's got the action sequences, but it really makes you think. It really makes you invest yourself in the world. Each level is kind of like a self-contained, broad space where you typically have to achieve a goal by whatever means necessary, much like what I've heard is the experience in a Hitman game.
Yes.
There's lots of different avenues. There's lots of different ways that you can approach it. What I like about First Light, and what I've heard is actually quite a bit different than Hitman is like, there's a bazillion options and they don't hold your hand at all. First Light is really tightened up a little bit for entry point for folks like me. Like it's baby's first Hitman. They give you lots of options and you feel clever when you figure out your way of doing things. But the game also kind of like secretly nudges you towards some of these options. You never feel lost. You never feel like I have no idea how I'm going to do it. You always have a general idea of where you need to go to get your first clue or your first key to then get to your end goal. So you never feel overwhelmed. You never feel stupid. What I really like is the gadget arsenal is really awesome. For each level, you have a series of Q gadgets that you can select. You have a limited inventory slot. So the game will be like, we recommend these items, but you can really bring anything.
That's
when you
awesome.
and when you go into the level, you will see certain locked sequences or locked segments, locked doors, or areas that you can't bypass without a certain gadget. Maybe you brought it, or maybe you didn't, but you'll always be able to identify. Oh shit! If I would have brought my Q dart, I would have been able to get through here. Or if I would have brought my laser watch, I would have been able to get through here. So it's really cool and ups the replayability of it, and just the feeling of I have agency here. Like I can do this any number of ways and it's up to me. I really like that. And then on top of that, it injects the really great set piece moments like you've seen from the trailer. There's that really great airplane sequence where you're flying up on this cargo plane and you get blown out the door, or there's car chases. There's multiple vehicle sequences in this game that are super fun. It just feels like you're in a James Bond movie. It feels like you're in a James Bond moment, and they absolutely achieve everything they're trying to go for with 007 First Light. With the different options and different ways that you can play it, each level, and depending on how you do it, can be very different. One of the things that's really interesting is they have a license to kill. It's a flag that comes up on the screen when your life is threatened. So if you're going through an area, you do not have permission to just fucking kill everybody. You have to try to smart your way through it. But if you get caught, or if you get surrounded and the enemies draw their weapons, license to kill comes up at the top of the screen, and you now are free to action it out. Like you can now pull out your gun and start killing people. So the game really adapts to you, the player, in a lot of different and clever ways. It's not just now you're on action level, kill everybody. No, it's very situational. Did you get through unscathed? Did you use your wits? Or are you backed into a corner and now you just have to shoot your way out of it? It's really, really cool. Graphics are outstanding.
I'm impressed by the graphics. I was about to say, like, it looks great. The scale really comes through. There is an artist, like, it's like there is a take, right? It's not cartoon. It's vibrant. And the world, it's like use of like a lot of color, like a movie. Like if you're watching a James Bond movie, like this is what they're gonna do. I'm glad that they invested so heavily in the actual like IP and said, bring it all to life. Let's get some detail in there, some subtle stuff, really like drive home the presentation is off the charts, I think is the best way to say what they're really delivering on here. So it looks great. I'm a big Hitman fan. I played a lot of Hitman games. I played a lot of like they kind of like repackaged the last Hitman game in a way and like rebooted it and like it expanded on it and like increased like graphics and stuff. It's the sandboxes are just so fun because again, like you're saying, you pick your path. It's people are saying there's like a more of a balance though. It's like semi-open and also very scripted in certain ways, and it seems like they achieved that balance.
Like it holds just enough of your hand. It holds your pinky, right? Like it puts you in this big, like you said, a big sandbox, and there's usually, I mean, you don't know how many options there are because you don't know until you start discovering options. But you're never like walking around like, God, what the hell am I supposed to do? You never ever have that because the world is so engaging. You'll be walking around looking for some sort of clue, some sort of key, and you'll come across a conversation that's happening that will then tip your hat that you have to go over this way, or you'll find this and it'll guide you to this way. And it's designed so well that you never feel the design, right? Like it doesn't feel overly gamey. It all flows so well. Like I said, I was very excited about this game, but I can't put it down. It's that good. I think this is one of the year's best for sure.
I love the punchiness of when combat or shooting weapons like really feel like good. and it's like the word on the street is that they had that. The DNA of Hitman, a lot of people didn't like the shooting in there, and I always did, so I was surprised at that critique. But the like hand-to-hand stuff, when you just like punching the hell out of people, like he's not a superhero, but he has like a tinge of that almost. He's just fucking strong. You know what I mean?
You get overwhelmed pretty easy, which is like, to your point, like if you get into a fight with a lot of people, you're probably going to go down. So you have to really think through, how am I going to pick these guys apart one at a time? One of the coolest things you can do in this game, I don't know that I've ever seen it in a game before, is you pick up weapons and then you empty them out and then you have to get new weapons. A lot of games do that, but you can do this thing where you're shooting, you empty your clip, you're out of ammo, you can throw your weapon at the enemy in front of you. So you'll be shooting them, you'll empty out your gun, and then you push the aim button, I think it's triangle, and you'll chuck your gun and it'll hit him in the face.
He's reloading. Move fast.
And then you can run up and smack them down and pick up their gun and keep going. There are really cool animations. It leans a lot into that. You have to just kind of figure it out as you go. If there's a gun on the ground and you're running up and you want to pick up that weapon, you press the pickup button and he'll use his foot and like lift it, and the gun will go up into the air and you'll grab it in midair, mid-stride as you're running. It looks so goddamn cool. You just feel like a badass in this game. I really cannot recommend, if you are a fan of first single player story driven adventure action games. I know you don't want to hear this because you didn't want to feel tempted to buy it. You were saying that before this game came out, but it's so goddamn good. It is really
I'm
really
super
good.
pissed at how good this is.
Yeah.
This seems to be.
I'm sorry.
I want to mess around with the gadgets. I saw your gadget video and I was like, this is cool. Like having a little laser on your wristwatch is just badass. You know what I mean?
You can use your watch gets all sorts of little gadgets, so you can like hack things to distract people, or you can shoot little lasers and drop a chandelier on a guy.
That's awesome.
The more you lean into your gadgets, the game wants you to stealth, because you will die if you take on a whole army of people. But if you are unsuccessful, it's not game over. It's just, okay, well, now you got to deal with all these guys. And then it switches into action mode. So it's very dynamic and it switches on the fly. The only thing I do not like about this game, the theme song sucks.
You think so? I've heard great things. I think I actually heard it and I was like, oh, okay, that's not as good as people are saying, but it's not
Lana
bad.
Del Rey.
I don't know who that is, but
I don't
heard
either.
The name. I've heard. I think I've heard the name.
That's a big thing with James Bond movies, is that title track, and this one is Balls. It's Balls. Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I'm hearing, but you know music, so I trust you that it's complete.
But I'm also old. Like this could be a generational thing. But 007 First Light is making a play for my game of the year. I highly recommend it for players. And it's available, I think, for everything except for Switch.
This program is powered by Megadad's Boost, our public support program. You can join at patreon.com/Megadads. For over 10 years, Megadads has been bringing you the best in podcasts, reviews, interviews, family fun, and so much more. As an independent media organization, we rely on audience members like you to help support what we do, to ensure that Megadads can continue to bring you the great content that you enjoy. If you've been watching, listening, or playing along through the years, please consider lending your support by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. Memberships start for as little as $1 a month, and you can start collecting your Boost rewards from day one. Rewards like art cards, early access podcasts, reviews, gameplay clips, and so much more. Please visit patreon.com/Megadads and become a member today. You can help us continue to make more of that Megadads coverage you've loved over the last 10 years well into the future by becoming a member of Megadads Boost.
And that sound right there is the sweet release. The sweet release, where we talk about the games coming out next week. There's a few good ones. We've got Wander Stop for the Switch. This is a cozy game about running a tea shop in a medieval setting. It's made by the Stanley Parable guys.
Okay.
It's a cute little indie title. We've also got Dead or Alive 6, Last Round. So if you like your jiggle physics and you're fighting, that's coming out on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And then the big dog, Star Fox for Switch 2 on the 25th. You getting Star Fox?
I'm a Star Fox fan. I'm all the way in. I have fond memories of playing Star Fox on SNES. It was just, I played the hell out of that game. I played it a lot.
I know that you are not a fan of mouse controls on Switch 2, but I do think this affords the opportunity for some really interesting co-op play. Because you can play this game with one person piloting and one person as your gunner, with free form shooting with the mouse controls. I'm gonna try this with my kids. Yeah, I think that even if it doesn't work great, I think it's gonna be good for a laugh, right?
Oh yeah, I mean
it's in the cockpit.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a cool idea too because in playing. In my opinion, it was always a little weird. Like the ship goes where
you gotta aim
or
your
the
ship.
aiming goes where your ship is going, type thing, which is not super ideal in certain situations. It's hard to explain, but it was always like just a weird design choice. And now it's like independent shooting with your aim. Like, do we know if the cannons actually aim somewhere different? Like if I'm steering the ship left, can I shoot right? That would be very interesting.
Yeah, that's how it works. But I think I think that's only if you're using the mouse controls.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll have to see. We'll have to try it for ourselves when Star Fox comes out really, really soon. Who's your favorite character in the Star Fox?
Oh, it's got to be Slippy.
You're my guy, man.
Dip.
Everybody hates Slippy. I'm Slippy all the way. Give me that.
Slippy. They did him dirty in his and the way he looks in this one, though. He's the only one that looks like super ass weird. I'm like, what did they do to you?
Almost like they're playing into the toxicity of the Nintendo fandom. That sound is the caboose, which means this episode of Megadad's Live is coming to a close, coming down the tracks with our recommendation of something outside the world of video games. It's summertime. I'm challenging everybody listening to this to open your windows and do some cleaning. There's nothing more relaxing than cleaning your space. If you're watching the YouTube version, you see all the shit behind me here. This looks pretty good, but what you can't see off camera is my shit is dusty and stacking up. So after this recording, I'm going to do a deep clean in this space, and then I'm going to sit in this space. Everybody deserves to have a nice, clean, fresh space that they can come and kind of decouple, get the stress off, and just feel good about where you are. I highly encourage you to do some, not spring cleaning. I guess it's almost summer cleaning, but
summer cleaning.
Yeah, crack those windows, get some fresh air in there, and just enjoy your space. You owe it to yourself. You deserve to have good things in a good
Yes, absolutely. Treat yourself right.
What's up your caboose, my friend?
You know what's up my caboose.
Everybody.
A prostate exam. I encourage everybody. That's my recommendation.
Is it? Do they use one finger? Is it just one finger?
You know what? I didn't ask.
Okay.
I couldn't see.
Yeah. You couldn't tell. Like
But
you weren't like clenching,
I'm not-
trying to. How many
it's
fingers
not-
am I holding up?
I couldn't see,
Okay.
but I could tell.
Yeah.
It was more than one. It was more than one, bro. Bro, it's more than one. And like when your doctor has like fat hands and shit,
Oh,
he
he's like
comes
a
in.
football player.
He comes into the room and he has like sausage fingers. You're like, God fucking damn it. Like, why do you have to be so swole?
He's like, today I wore my rings.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's really not that bad. Everybody get checked. It's a relief, once you do. You don't want to wait. Just take care of your health in general. Don't be like me, who like shitted all over his own body and like got himself into this situation via a bunch of probably like little like inflammatory practices. So take care of yourself, and it's very important. You got to do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your loved ones and all that.
I told you, if you're going to use anal beads, you got to lube up. You just didn't listen.
Yeah, shout out to lube, by the way. Kind of saved my life a couple times the last couple of weeks. Shout out to lube.
This was a very, very informative episode of Megadad's Live.
Yeah, people learned a lot.
I can't wait to check the analytics on this one and see how quickly people dipped out.
Well, they started talking about ass.
Well, if you do happen to like this kind of thing, you should join us in the Megadad's Discord. It's a free platform for all Megadad's community members to come together and have conversations of all kinds. And if you think what we talk about here is weird, welcome to the Discord. You can also support us by going to patreon.com/megadads. For only $1 a month, you can become a booster. But if you got no time, you got no money, help us out with a like and a subscribe right here at youtube.com/megadads. It helps tremendously. We will see you next week for an all-new episode of Megadad's Live.